Good morning. Welcome to Amber Marie Knits, episode 107. My name is Amber, and welcome to my crafty channel, where I'm going to talk about my knitting and crochet. I do have crochet today. Today's Friday, June 6th. It is way too early in the morning, 2025, in case anybody's watching this in the way future, I guess. It's way too early in the morning, but I have a lot of stuff going on today, so I want to get this done now so I can make sure this gets up on time tonight. So we've got a few finished objects, some few future cast-ons. I don't have a lot of whips, which is just crazy weird. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, of course, you can always find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Amber Marie Knits. Very, very active on Instagram. Well, I'm going to say moderately active on Instagram. Ravelry, I always have my project pages on there. Do I have a lot of information? Not really. I'm not good at the project notes, but I always have the projects I'm working on Ravelry. So if you ever want to look at them, I do have them linked down below. If you're okay with using Ravelry, you can click on the links and check out my projects, check out everything. So with that being said, let's jump right in to finished objects. First up, socks. So this is the yarn that I dyed last week, and I got a pair of socks. This is a birthday present for one of my nephews. And where am I gonna hold one? Okay, so I did DK. So I held was finger weight yarn that I dyed. I held it double on size 3 needles. I did toe up. I did a shadow wrap heel, and I thought it needed a little bit of detail, so I did this little bit of a cuff. So it turned out a little bit weird, but I did like this little mock cable. So it's just like you knit in the back of the next stitch and then the front of current stitch, and it just does a little twisty thing. So yeah, I thought it was cute. But I did get these done. So DK socks, shorties. And the reason why I do these toe up, I like both toe up and top down. It just depends on what I'm doing. But I was maximizing the yarn usage, and I don't have it over here, but I have like 3 or 4 grams left of each ball because I wanted to use all the yarn I could on this. So really happy with getting those done because, you know, those have to be gifted today. So I'm going to get those wrapped up once I'm done so I can get that dropped off today. So that's finished object 1. Finished object 2 and 3. I need to make like 12 more of these, but new pattern came out last Friday and I had to do it. This is the Pocket Dragon by Amanda Ray. Look at them. So you crochet, I got 2. This one's head swanky. And they're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. I love them so much. Alright, so here's the first one. These are a little bit small. This is a worsted. So there's multiple patterns. There's this is the large Pocket Dragon. Then there's a small one, a flower one, and like a really, really chunky one. You make a granny square, and then you do some fancy stuff on the edges for the tail, and then you make a head, and I really like this because it's got the little finger strap. And then you sew the head on, and then you do decorations, and aren't they the cutest thing? And also, if it was bigger, you could fold it and make it like a pocket square on like a suit. Can you imagine how cute that would be? So yeah, these are so much fun. Just use scrap yarn. They don't take that much. These ones are both DK. I need to make one out of worsted weight so it's a little bit bigger. But yeah, I need to make like 1,200 of these because they're so cute. Oh, I love them so much. But yeah, so I finished these. See, this one was Friday and Saturday. This one was Saturday. I got these done. So yeah, so I did that. And then the last, there we go. The knitting is done on my blur cardigan. I am not putting this on right now. It is really hot here because yay, summer in Missouri has finally happened. And I had to turn stuff off so it's not too noisy while I record. As soon as this is done, the air conditioning and the fan will come back on. But look, we have a sleeve. We have another sleeve. We have lots of ends in there to weave in still. The body sleeves, or the body ends are woven in, but I have not woven in the sleeves yet. I did get everything poked out because I don't know if y'all remember last week when I was realizing that I messed up. So, so you do the sleeves inside out because it's easier to knit every round since it's reverse stockinette. And I did this like that was the right side. So when I carried the yarn, I carried it up the wrong side. Maybe I can try duplicate stitching over that. I don't know, but the other sleeve I did correctly. See, there's no weird stuff on this one. It looks fine. So yeah, next week this will be completely done. I still gotta get the ends woven in and block it. So I don't think we're gonna call this 100% finished, but it's close. Look how good it is. And then I'll get some better pictures for you next week. So that's that project. Next thing on whips, I'm gonna put a picture right here of the mannequin of the ripple bralette and the tan line short set that's at the shop. So this is what they look like together. They're so cute, looks so good. Because that, of course, I got that done last week, but at least I finally got the picture. Whips, outside of weaving in the ends on this thing, I have one whip right now. That'll change later on today. But I am making a photographer hat by Lavanya Petrocelli. Woohoo, I think I pronounced her name right. It is a free pattern. It is a great pattern for using up yarn. This is, I'll try and see if I can get a picture in. Breaking Yarn is doing a charity thing. I'm not quite sure the right thing is. It's called Hats for Sailors. And you make superwash wool hats, and then you mail them to Breaking Yarn, and then she's going to donate them for to sailors. Because they definitely need like wool and stuff if they're on the water, because it can get cold. So this is an old school yarn dyed by me. It is fingering weight. I am holding it double for the photographer hat. And I love this hat pattern. I found this because of Aquila of Lefty Knitter podcast. She makes this a lot. And it's now my go-to DK weight hat pattern. So you cast on stitches. You do 6 inches of 2x2 ribbing, then you do 4 inches of plain knitting, and then you do your crown decreases. That's it. So I've got the ribbing done, I'm onto the crown decreases, and part of me wants to finish this today, because I could, and have like that no active whips, because the knitting's done on the blur cardigan, so I know it's not finished, but I have nothing active knitting wise for like 47 seconds before I cast on something new. I don't think that's actually going to happen because we'll get into that in live stuff. So that's that. Actually, we're not going to get that in the live stuff because that's all my whips. And now we have to go to future cast-ons because that's what's going to happen today. So I get to run the yarn store by myself today. Exciting. So you know how I like to work on a sample. This is also, I wouldn't count this as acquisitions because it's a sample. But here's a lovely ball of Noro. That word. Sorry, y'all. There's a J in the middle. I don't have a clue. But yeah, so it's this pretty singles, kind of a color changey blue. I'm actually need more than one ball of this, but I am going to be making a sample for Virginia, or cover up. It's going to be this. It's from the Noro magazine. It is a filigree top by Rosemary Drysdale. And is lace my thing? No. I think I can handle making 2 easy eyelet rectangles and sewing them together. So I'm going to start this today. The reason why I think I'm going to start that before I finish this is mindless knitting, and I have some other stuff going on this evening that I might need this for. So I'm not the best at lace, although after finishing this top, I should be a whole lot better at it. That's another reason why I wanted to do it, is just to practice on my eyelet skills. Because, yeah. Okay, so that is all of the knitting projects that I have. Next up, we're going to go into spinning. I did start a new spinning project, and it is a braid. Picture of the full braid right here. It is my full braid from the Advent countdown that I had last December from knitting from Knits and Pearls. And I finished the first bobbin. So I'm making a 2-ply, trying to go for DK weight, and I'm trying to spin it, trying to kind of overspin it. I don't think I did that on this one, but I'm trying to overspin it because I'm not happy with how my yarn looks ply. Might be happy how it looks like this, but once I ply it, it's always underplied. So I'm working on that, trying to see if I can get better on that. That's probably, Torta Fleece starts in like a month. That might be one of my biggest goals there, is just trying to improve my spins, but we'll see what happens. Let me show you, forgot to put that in frame. So the first ply I did just end to end on half the braid. Second half of the braid I split in two. So I'm doing a fractal, but it's like a mild fractal. I'm 3/4 of the way done with the first half of this ply. And look how pretty and fluffy. Oh, this is Rambouillet, 100% Rambouillet. It's very squishy. Rambouillet it's soft, but it gives me a little bit of like microfiber vibes. You know, like it has the, like it's gonna catch on stuff. And is that a thread? Of course there's thread here. I have not been sewing, but there's still thread everywhere. I need to sew. There's stuff I really need to make. But I'll get there. But yeah, it's pretty. Makes me happy. So I've been working on that, and that's it. That's been the crafting this week. Trying to get that blur cardigan done. So I'm really happy the knitting's done on that. My Zoom this morning, I will be working on probably weaving in those ends, trying to get that taken care of. Books, still stuck on this alien colony mail order brides. It's simple, easy reading. Like, it's fine. Not anything too exciting, but they're mildly entertaining, if nothing else. So I started the third book, which is, did I finish that yesterday? Hold on, let's grab the Kindle app. I think oh, no, I'm 83% done. So I'm almost done with book 3, which is Resisting the Alien Rider. My Goodreads is linked below, so if you want to check out, see what I've been reading. I don't have anything too exciting on there, honestly, although there is a book coming out next week that I know a lot of my friends are reading. Remember when we read Lights Out by Nevessa somebody. The Lights Out book, amazing book. Make sure you listen to it, not read it. I mean, I'm sure reading it's fine. And I'm much more of a read a book than listen to, but this book you need to listen to. The second book in the series, called Caught Up, comes out next week. So it's been a while since I've been excited about a book release, and I'm kind of excited about this one. So we'll let you know when I get a hold of that one. But yeah, that's been books, reading and watching. I watched an episode of The Witcher last night. Episode 2 of season 3, because I only watched the first episode of season 3 and haven't watched it since. So I did watch that last night. It's been a long, long time since I've watched The Witcher, because I don't really watch anything. It happens. Life and stuff. I am working at the yarn store today. Fingers crossed it goes well. First time doing it by myself. And so that'll be nifty. That's it. I've had lots of rain. I checked the weather to see what it's going to be like when I have to leave to go to town today, and it said 100% chance of thunderstorms. Yay for driving in thunderstorms. Umbrella's currently in the car. I'm going to go grab that before it starts raining, planning ahead, so that way when I have to go to the car later, maybe it's not too bad. We'll see. But that's all I've got for this week, so kind of short, but hey, at least I'm getting some stuff finished. I'm sorry, my hair's whatever, y'all. It's, what time is it this morning? It's not even 4 a.m. because, like I said, I get up too early. Want to get this done because I'm not gonna get home till way late tonight, but that's okay. Way late is like probably 6 or 7, but still, it's beside the point. But okay, I'm gonna quit rambling. I do want to thank everybody for hanging out and seeing what I've been working on. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I haven't had my coffee yet. It's fine. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.